Literally just heard somebody say that working a 9 to 5 is not a flex.
If having a steady 9 to 5 is not a flex, I want all y'all so-called entrepreneurs and LLC holders to stop asking us 9 to 5 workers for money to hold y'all over until y'all next payday. Any real entrepreneur will tell you it ain't for everybody. Some people just need a 9 to 5 to keep them steady and good. Y'all over here acting like working for yourself is all glamorous, like it's some type of fairy tale story. Won't y'all tell them people the real? Tell them people that as an entrepreneur, sometimes it be months before you see your next payday. Tell them people that most of y'all be in debt up to your ears because you ain't do something right. Tell them people that you done got in over your head and the clientele that you thought you was gonna have fell through. I'm not saying that working for yourself is not a good thing. I hope to be one of y'all someday. But stop trying to stunt and look down on people who still work a 9 to 5. Everybody ain't got that same grind as you do. Everybody don't want to struggle behind the scenes as much as you do. Over here eating ramen noodles for a whole month because you can't fill the house with groceries but got the nerve to stunt on somebody who got steady income.
Let me tell you something. This is big misconception that people think that entrepreneurs never had a 9 to 5 and that they did not enjoy a 9 to 5. A majority of entrepreneurs became an entrepreneur because of the fact that they worked a 9 to 5. Not simply because they hated working a 9 to 5, it's because they got all the skills that was needed and that was necessary in order for them to become an entrepreneur. There's so many people that have the opportunity where, they might have to do a presentation or they have like this big project and it makes them feel good. And it makes it feel like, you know what, I have the skill to speak. I have the skill to speak in front of people and to teach and to lecture. And I have the ability to think on my toes. Like you have that ability from working under another manager. Or you have the ability of recognizing that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be like that manager. And you take that skill and you start a side hustle on the side, and that side hustle becomes a business. But that business that they had might have never had happen unless they had a 9 to 5. You see, people get it so confused. You need to understand a 9 to 5 is extremely critical to learn all your skills in order for you to do whatever it is you want to do. But people got it confused. People use a 9 to 5 just to pay the bills. That's it. People go into work and work a 9 to 5 strictly to pay the bills. And then they accumulate all this debt. Now they want more money, but they're getting paid fair, but not enough, right? Because of the fact that they can't pay all these bills they have. Now they want to just quit the job because they hate the job and start a business and then make the situation even worse because they're not ready to start a business. It's like, come on, man. If you're here walking around with debt, and you don't know how to handle debt, what makes you think you're ready to become an entrepreneur? Right? What makes you think you could start your own business if you can't handle your own finances? How is someone going to entrust in you, in your company, that you're going to do things the right way? You're going to run things the right way when you don't have your own house in order. See, being an entrepreneur is awesome. Like it's an awesome experience, but people need to recognize as well. When you work a 9 to 5, you are your brand. You are your entrepreneur. You run things how you want to run things. Of course, a manager doesn't tell you what to do, what not to do, but how you behave, how you start looking at tasks, how you start, raising your hand, asking questions, how you start participating. That's your brand. People are going to know you for who you are, for being someone who's curious, ambitious, someone that's always willing to help. They're going to detect that. And if you take those skills and you implement that on yourself, on doing a side hustle, then it's bound to become successful. And not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, and not everyone succeeds at being an entrepreneur. It takes years of grinding and grinding and grinding. And you do not necessarily need to leave your 9 to 5 while you're trying to go through that grind. For example, I do YouTube videos. In the same time, I work my 9 to 5. So many videos out there, people saying how they quit and they went full-time YouTube, which to me is pure insanity because this is not guaranteed. Right? It is a risk, but it's not guaranteed. But I'm all about building wealth. I'm all about having happiness. I'm all about being curious and trying things without just jumping off one boat to other boat just because some entrepreneur said that's the thing you do. Like you have to make it so risky and so tough in order for you to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. It's not the case, man. 9 to 5 is a flex. A lot of people right now are struggling trying to get a job, and they have a job that's not a 9 to 5. They have jobs with crazy hours, working overnight, working weekends. If you have a 9 to 5, man, you should be appreciative that you have a 9 to 5. But you need to understand that 9 to 5 is just an opportunity to allow you to grow, to become a professional, to have entrepreneur skills. That way you can start your own side hustle and your own business on your own. So yeah, I agree with the dude. Stop saying how being an entrepreneur is like the thing, how it's glamorous. It's not. Most of these people have in the end of those, YouTube videos or TikTok videos or whatever, in the end they have call this number to get a free course. So they're just trying to sell you something. They're selling you the illusion that you could become successful. And in order for them to become successful, they need you to believe that. That way you could buy their courses. And now guess what? Now they're becoming a successful entrepreneur because you're believing in the shenanigans that they're pitching. Don't believe in that, man. You just focus on yourself, focus on your hustle, always be curious, and day by day learn and grow. You would get to a point where you want to get to, right? But just don't be fearful as well. If you want to start a business, start it, but don't have it with the expectation of it's going to work overnight. It's going to take a lot of hard work, grit, and at the same time, while you're working 9 to 5, you can learn, you could progress, and you could implement all of that into your business and watch it grow and watch it be successful. Guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Do you think working a 9 to 5 is a flex, or if it's not? Drop a comment down below because I would love to hear about it. At the same time, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace.